All right, welcome on into another episode of First CSP, the channel dedicated to bringing you the first council shoulder patch issued from each council in Scouting America, both past and present. Today we're going to take a look at Andrew Jackson 303 out of Mississippi. Council was formed in 1937 as the merger of Jackson 303 and Kickapoo Area 301. The first issue was produced in 1982 for a Scout Ori. Taking a look at the patch table, it is very easily identifiable as the SA1. The name is all on a single line, which does make it somewhat difficult to read, but we can see it is Andrew Jackson Council, Mississippi, with its light gray border, red, white, and blue background, gold fleur-de-lis, and light gray name on a single line. They do list that 1,000 of these were made, so it can be potentially a little more challenging to find. It does have a plastic back, kind of an early, very interesting plastic looking back, but that is the SA1. They followed it up with the S2, which has two variations. It essentially reprises this first issue, but puts the name on two lines over here to the right hand side of the patch so that it is much more legible. I'm actually just going to move the SA1 up to the top here and bring on the S2A first, because it does have a very comparable fleur-de-lis. So they are sewn in the same style. It's kind of the easiest way to determine if you had an S2A versus an S2B. But the S2A is listed as having light gray border, red, white, and blue background, gold fleur-de-lis, light gray council name on two lines. So essentially it is intended to be the same patch, now just making the council name a bit more legible. Also is a plastic back for the S2A. And then for the S2B, it is again the same representation, but you can see much more updated production manufacturing. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to take off the SA1. I'm going to slide up the S2A and then put here towards the bottom the S2B. And you can see the difference in production manufacture on, say, the stitching for the background. Looks much more updated. We have really tight sewing for the fleur-de-lis. It just gives kind of a cleaner presentation. Look at on the stars and bars over here to the left, you can see how much, again, tighter the weave stitching is on an updated manufacturer, and that is going to be then your S2B. In the older guides, they list the difference between the S2A and the S2B as the S2A has a gold fleur-de-lis and the S2B has a dark gold fleur-de-lis. I think the difference and the update in the manufacturer stitching is much more easier to discern than saying that the difference of these colors in the fleur-de-lis. It's pretty easy to see how much the S2A matches the sewing style of the SA1, and then it's also pretty easy to see the difference in just production quality for the most part to the S2B. We'll put the SA1 over top here. Looks like I'm going to have to take off the S2A. So there is the first issue, SA1 at the top, and then the S2B at the bottom. Again, just comparing the production style of manufacture. You can see how much the Mississippi lettering here, because it's horizontally sewn, does kind of feather out into the white, whereas here it's super distinct and clean. It's just manufacturing techniques got better and better over the years as things were produced, and you can kind of see the difference in that style of what's produced. Again, comparing it to the patches that people make today with some of the most intricate designs and scenes is always super impressive to me. So those are the first issues there for Andrew Jackson 303. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. We're back every single day with brand new episodes. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. We hope to see you then. But until then, thanks for stopping in, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.